Okay, this is part 2 on the April 30th Haarp experiment that's happening just south of Alaska. Very, very bizarre looking thing. And it continues to grow in size, and it has 3 distinct sides. This side down here, and then this side here, and then there's a side here. So it has 3 flat sides, and inside are these multiple spirals. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spirals. And that is shortwave infrared mode. If we go back to visible mode, we can see it, and we can also see here's this open space, and right at the end they lay a chemtrail there, because they're saying like, ooh, hey, somebody can see this, let's cover it up. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to show you the whole picture because okay, so here's the whole picture. You can see it's midday, 4 p.m. Central, so it's midday there. Now let's zoom in. I mean, everything looks normal except for that, and the fact that the jet stream has sandwiched this thing, the powerful north flow here and a powerful south flow here. That's what makes me feel like this is just a Haarp experiment, seeing if they can create a low pressure. Okay, let me go back to the shortwave infrared. Actually shows up a little better. Okay, unzoom. We can see it nice and clear there. Let me zoom on in now. You know, again, there's just not anything abnormal looking except for that. And boy, is that abnormal. I mean, it's just pegged in one place. It's almost like it was like a tsunami wave. But if it was a tsunami wave, it wouldn't have these corners on it, and you know, the 3 distinct sides, and it also wouldn't have this swirl up at the top. So that, folks, is a Haarp experiment, and I just wanted to do an update before I got to diffuse. These Haarp downburst boundary, the outflow boundary, once it gets a little past that, you lose it. You just don't see it anymore, especially since they're trying to chemtrail over this now. If they're chemtrailing over it, that means the experiment is finished, because the chemtrails interfere with the Haarp beam. So if you're going to Haarp an area, you don't chemtrail it until you're done. So this is probably pretty much the end of the experiment. And again, if we go back to these other modes, here we are in water vapor mode. There's nothing here at all. Nothing to see at all. And in long wave infrared, generally these show up just great. Shortwave infrared and long wave infrared, they'll usually show the same kind of features, but there's nothing being shown here. So we got 2 satellite videos that show nothing, and 2 satellite videos that show this bizarre 3-sided spiral. So which ones are being photoshopped? I would say that these ones that don't show it are being photoshopped, because if we look at the jet stream, it is really a wild picture. Because this very unusual, what do they call it, a buckle in the jet stream, they've put it right here, so that they're trying, because the jet stream is going down here and up here with a lot of speed. So they figure, hey, let's put a disturbance right there and see if we can spin it up to a low pressure. Probably as a pure experiment. I mean, to get a jet stream that's configured like this is pretty unusual. So they're just in research mode, apparently. And again, we can show it up here and try and get an estimate of the speed, because this is really a dark gray, and that looks like it's, oh, I don't know, 70, 80 knots. So it's not tremendously fast, but it's just a really odd fold over like that. So back in visible light, you can kind of see, oh, there's an absolutely stationary point there, and then right at the end it starts moving. So that's what's so weird about this, is it's stationary like it's floating on the ocean or something. I've zoomed too far. Let me zoom back in. And also the shortwave infrared is, it always, well, unless they Photoshop it, it always shows this smoke ring, the dry smoke ring that's sandwiched between the lower clouds and the jet stream. It always shows that. So since we're seeing it and it's expanding outward, this is a real event. This is real, and let's see, there's a stationary point there, and again it starts moving right at the end. It starts moving right at the end. Yeah, this is a real satellite event. A real piece of HAARP history being made right now. Your tax dollars at work. You know, how they're going to use this information is the question. And from my view, it doesn't look like it's going to spin up. It's kind of, that's probably why they're chemtrailing over it, to go ahead and kill it. But you meteorologists out there, please chime in and say, oh, this guy's an idiot, that's a blank, blank, blank effect. But I challenge you to find anything like this in a meteorology book. You know, really. Why does it not show up in the other two satellite videos? Well, you know, actually the water vapor mode doesn't, you know, you're looking through a lot of water vapor and it obscures the features. So I will, if anything changes, I will make one more video on this. But this is, it's awesome and scary at the same time. But that's what a 3 billion watts can do. You can play God with a piece of the earth. But let's not forget that the Arctic methane melting will be doomsday, and if these guys do not have respect for that, then we're all dead. 20 years, the Earth will be so unbelievably hot. Oh, I should show the temperature of Alaska. Well, this is this morning. State high 55, average 43. I mean, it was like 55 degrees. I mean, it's like 59 degrees in Anchorage, which is central Alaska, yesterday. This is a nightmare, folks. This is a nightmare. The permafrost is melting. That's going to release tons of carbon dioxide and methane. More than all these cars and coal power plants. That's the point. That once this stuff starts melting, it's out of our hands. We can all, you know, live like cavemen, and it's not going to matter because these positive feedbacks have taken over. So that's why this matters so much. Okay, thanks for watching.